What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to CTG TV 97 pop-up edition, live stream edition. What's going on, everybody? Happy Sunday to you. If you guys missed the first live or whatever, we're back again for a second live. We told you guys we're going live tonight. We want to talk to you guys or whatever. But I want to talk to you guys. Summerslam is coming up. And I want you guys to tell us, what is your favorite SummerSlam match of all time? Favorite SummerSlam matches of all time. We're getting things ready for SummerSlam. We cannot wait for SummerSlam. A lot of stuff is going to be in store for SummerSlam. But tonight, I want to talk about one of my favorite SummerSlam matches. And I know it may be kind of interesting to y'all too as well. Let's go back to it. This is Old School Sunday edition of CTG TV 97. SummerSlam. We're about to talk about SummerSlam. And this match right here was very personal and very serious. Let's get on into it. The Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, the game Triple H. Ladies and gentlemen, one half of the greatest factions of all time, D-Generation X, suck it all the way. 90s all the way, baby. D-Generation X, baby. That's what it was all about. Shawn Michaels, Triple H, X-Pac, Billy Gunn, Road Dogg. Anybody that was part of that era know about D-Generation X. And now it's time to go ahead and break it down. Shawn Michaels and Triple H, two of the greatest wrestlers of all time back in our generations. Triple H, a man that was destined to be the next Harley Race way back in the day. Harley Race even said it. Triple H was basically another version of him way back in the day. Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, who went through so many changes, who was a tag team wrestler, who was literally damn near a guy that was in trunks a long time ago. Before he was a tag team wrestler, he was in trunks. He was in underwear. He was literally still trying to make a name for himself. He tag teamed with Marty Jannetty, his best friend Marty Jannetty. They became the Rockers. Everybody know about that. Triple H went to be Hunter Hearst Helmsley. He went to become this character as a rich character, whatever, from way back in the day. Shawn Michaels and Triple H had so much chemistry with each other and different things. Shawn Michaels would go on to be the Heartbreak Kid, having sensational Sherry by his side all day, every day, being the woman by his side. Triple H would still go on to be Triple H, but still making a name for himself. But right after things kind of hit the wall, these two got together and worked together, and we formed D-Generation X. And like I said, if you're not down with that, we got two words for you. Suck it all day, every day. But let's go on and get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, in 2002, Triple H had reintroduced the world back to Shawn Michaels. As you guys know, Shawn Michaels was literally out with back surgery. He hurt his back when Undertaker and Shawn Michaels faced each other for the very first time in Hell in a Cell. It also messed up Shawn Michaels' back. It was also a casket match too as well. Shawn Michaels had went through hell and back when he was with Triple H. Shawn Michaels was facing the likes of Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Undertaker, Bret Hart, multiple names to name where Shawn Michaels came from. Shawn Michaels would literally be out of action after he would hurt his back against Undertaker in a casket match. Also, he would also hurt himself even worse in a Hell in a Cell match too as well with The Undertaker. The world, nobody saw Shawn Michaels no more after that. Until 2002, until the game Triple H would introduce the world to Shawn Michaels, reintroduce the world to his best friend Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels. Yes, it is. Ladies and gentlemen, the world saw Shawn Michaels again in 2002. We never thought Shawn Michaels would never be in the ring ever again after what went down, after what happened to him. But we did. We witnessed Shawn Michaels in 2002. And we witnessed the craziest feud of all time in 2002. After the world had reintroduced itself back to Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, the man himself, Mr. WrestleMania, the man himself, Shawn Michaels. after the world will be reintroduced to Shawn Michaels. We would get a D-Generation X reunion the following night, but it will not be the D-Generation X reunion we thought we would get. Triple H would literally get ready to say, "Who's getting ready to suck it?" And then he would pedigree Shawn Michaels in the middle of the ring that following Monday Night Raw, leaving Shawn Michaels battered and broken in the ring. Like I said, Shawn Michaels had never wrestled before, ever again. We were told that Shawn Michaels would never wrestle again after he hurt his back. But that was the night that Triple H stabbed Shawn Michaels in the back. And Triple H would go on to say, "I was tired of holding and carrying Shawn Michaels' bags. It was time to do him. It was time to do Triple H." But Triple H would do the unthinkable. Triple H would smash Shawn Michaels' face in a car window backstage. We all remember that segment. Triple H would probably literally play the victim and say, "Who did this? Who did this to Shawn? Who would do this to Shawn? Who would do it?" It was Triple H. But Shawn Michaels would literally say this, that he knew who did it, but he just needs surveillance camera to know who did it. And it was Triple H. Triple H stabbed Shawn Michaels in the back by smashing his face through a car door. And then that would set up Triple H versus Shawn Michaels, because Triple H would say this, "You're damn right I did it, Shawn. I kept getting tired of you. You were getting in my way." Triple H was getting tired of Shawn Michaels. It was all Triple H back then. Triple H made a name for himself. He stabbed Shawn Michaels in the back and did it just like that. But Shawn Michaels would say these exact words, "I would be healed right before SummerSlam." SummerSlam. Shawn Michaels, Triple H, 2002. You just had to be there. You had to witness Shawn Michaels versus Triple H in 2002. Y'all comment down below and tell me about the non-unsanctioned match between Shawn Michaels and Triple H in 2002. How personal, how real it got. Literally, Shawn Michaels, a man who had not been in the ring for decades, literally facing his best friend Triple H, a man that he loved to death, stabbed him in the back, literally ruined everything. Shawn Michaels would go on to face Triple H at SummerSlam. And it would be the most memorable match of all time of Shawn Michaels' career. Because people thought, could Shawn Michaels still do it? Could Shawn Michaels still get down and dirty and still be the best professional wrestler in the world? Or has Triple H really shown that I have destroyed the Heartbreak Kid? Shawn Michaels is dead and there is nothing else left of him. Triple H would literally take Shawn Michaels to his limits. Shawn Michaels would take Triple H to his limits. And they would go right hand, back and forth, back to back, the whole entire time, y'all. And it would be the most craziest thing of them all. Triple H and Shawn Michaels going back and forth with each other. The feud that would literally be a talk about for decades to come. It would be so crazy to see these two go back and forth again. Shawn Michaels, a man we heard that would never wrestle again. Triple H, a man who was dominating WWE at the time. World Heavyweight Champion after World Heavyweight Champion. Dominating overall everything. Until that fateful night. Until the fateful night that Shawn Michaels beat Triple H. Shawn Michaels beat Triple H with every inch of his heart. Every inch of his being. It took a lot of heart and stress to beat Triple H. It was so hard to beat Triple H. But in the meantime, Shawn Michaels would dig down deep and would finally find a way to beat Triple H in that unsanctioned match. But it would not come as a pretty ending. Because after Shawn Michaels would win the match, after Shawn Michaels would literally go on and beat Triple H at SummerSlam, Triple H would do the unthinkable. Triple H would go and grab the sledgehammer and hit Shawn Michaels in his back, literally scarring Shawn Michaels for the rest of his life after SummerSlam. Triple H made it known that he was sick and tired. Was sick and tired of Shawn Michaels being this, being that. And Triple H finally had to do something about it. But y'all comment down below. Y'all come on in. Tell me, what is your favorite SummerSlam moment? Favorite SummerSlam match? What is your favorite all-time SummerSlam? Comment down below. I do not have my partner in crime with me. I really do miss Shan. Like I said, she's not feeling okay. She was sick or whatever. But like I said, Shan will be back with me this upcoming Friday as well. So she is doing a little bit better. She did want me to tell you guys, she said hey too as well, just to look out. But in this case, like I said, she's not here. She did say she will see you guys this upcoming Friday. So we're wishing Shan nothing but the best too as well. And like I said, she is doing okay. So you guys, like I said, you guys will see her this upcoming Friday. But in this case, guys, tell me your favorite SummerSlam matches of all time. Tell me your favorite SummerSlam moments of all time too as well. I'm sorry, got messed up. Okay, there we go. But yes, guys, comment down below. Tell me your favorite SummerSlam match, your favorite SummerSlam moments of all time. Literally, I got so many moments. Even though we're talking about Shawn Michaels and Triple H, there's so many memorable moments, SummerSlam moments as well. Brock Lesnar versus The Rock. When Brock Lesnar beat The Rock at SummerSlam. When we had Brock Lesnar beat John Cena over 16 or 15 suplexes to be the brand new WWE champion back in that era. Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins for the WWE, for the first ever WWE undisputed Universal Championship. Sorry, not undisputed, but it was Universal Championship. When Seth Rollins and Finn Balor faced each other for the very first time too as well at SummerSlam. That's another favorite moment in SummerSlam history because Finn Balor will become the first ever Universal Champion, Balor Club all the way back in the day too as well. Another memorable moment too as well, Seth Rollins versus John Cena. Jon Stewart interfering in the match and costing John Cena the title. Seth Rollins becomes double champion. Around that time, Seth Rollins was United States champion, went on to become WWE champion. Literally, Seth Rollins had a freaking role when he beat John Cena around in that era. That was the most craziest time too as well. Another favorite SummerSlam moment. Oh, what we got here? Demon Finn Balor versus Seth for the very first Universal title. Yes. Yes, it is. WWE freaking rosters. Welcome to CTG TV 97. We have been waiting on a few of you guys to come in. But yes, Demon Finn Balor versus Seth Rollins. Yes, for the very first time, that Universal title, which we didn't know what the hell a Universal title even was. That was the crazy part about it. But Demon Finn Balor, yeah, that was one of my favorite SummerSlam moments too as well. I almost said WrestleMania, I'm sorry. Favorite SummerSlam moments. I love that match. Demon Finn Balor and Seth Rollins went back and forth. That was the night that Seth took out the shoulder of Finn Balor, literally outside the ring. That's why Finn is still pissed off to this day about that moment, about his shortest literally the shortest title reign ever in WWE history. We have had a lot of short WWE title reigns in WWE. But Finn was the shortest reign ever because he got hurt. So sad for him. That was a sad night too as well. Was so happy that he won, but was so sad that he had to literally relinquish it the following Monday night. That was a very rough night for Finn. Very rough night. Another one of the most craziest SummerSlam moments, Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker. That was wild as hell. Y'all remember when Brock broke the streak? And Undertaker did not let this go, man. This was literally a long time coming. Brock Lesnar and Undertaker beat the hell out of each other at SummerSlam. I remember that moment. That was the wildest moment. That's the moment where basically Brock is laughing at Undertaker and they're both beating the hell out of each other. I love that moment. Undertaker could not actually get back to the back locker room. By the way, after that match was over, they said that Undertaker crawled all the way to the back in the back locker room. He had to be helped up, had to get medical attention after that match. That was horrible. It really was. Brock and Undertaker, I remember that match. That was good. Another thing too as well, when Brock first came in and he beat The Rock, that was the craziest night ever. I wanted The Rock to win so bad that night. I wanted him to retain his belt, but I did not know that Brock Lesnar was going to beat The Rock literally in 2002 at SummerSlam. That was a wild night. That was the night that Brock Lesnar was born as a champion. Literally. Crazy night too as well. Let's go back a little bit further. The Hardy Boys versus the Dudley Boys and Edge and Christian at SummerSlam in that TLC match. Literally, that was crazy. Jeff Hardy on top of the ladder trying to do a swanton bomb on Bubba Ray Dudley. Bubba Ray Dudley moves out of the way and Jeff Hardy crashes and burns through that table at SummerSlam a long time ago. That was a wild TLC match too as well. But y'all comment down below. Tell me your favorite SummerSlam matches and moments of all time. The night when Daniel Bryan beat John Cena at SummerSlam. Daniel Bryan wins the WWE Championship. And then he gets pedigreed and screwed by Triple H. And Randy Orton cashes in the Money in the Bank. And they screw Daniel Bryan. Oh, here we go. My favorite SummerSlam match right now and two favorite superstars. I wish Finn in at least a week. Yes, everybody wished that Finn Balor probably would have kept the reign just a little bit longer. But it wasn't enough. After we found out he got hurt, it was so wrong. It was so sad because he did not even keep his reign that long enough. So I hear what you're saying on that. You guys give me some more. Give me some more. What you got? What do you guys have? Another moment too as well. Back to I was saying, Randy Orton, the night that the Authority, Triple H, and Randy Orton screwed Daniel Bryan out of the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. After Daniel Bryan had just beaten John Cena, he literally gets screwed from Triple H and Randy Orton. Randy Orton becomes the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. WWE Champion around that time too as well. Randy Orton looked good with them belts around him. He was literally showing that, yeah, I still am the GOAT. He still is forever and will be the GOAT as well. That was one of my favorite moments too as well. The night Randy Orton became the first ever youngest World Heavyweight Champion when he beat Chris Benoit at SummerSlam. And it only took one out of nowhere RKO to defeat the Rabid Wolverine. As you guys know, Chris Benoit was WWE World Heavyweight Champion around that time. Randy Orton was just becoming that huge star. And what way to make Randy Orton a huge star? Beat Chris Benoit at SummerSlam. Randy Orton becomes the first ever youngest World Heavyweight Champion in WWE history. That was the moment that Randy Orton was a star. That's when they knew that this guy, Randy Orton, is a star. Just like that. Still mad about the Authority screw job on my boy DB. Well, look, I understand a lot of people probably still mad about the Authority screw job on Daniel Bryan around that time. But as you guys know, Daniel Bryan was not a fan favorite of the Authority. The Authority literally hated Daniel Bryan, anything he stand for. So you got to understand on that. That was a lot of heat. A lot of heat too as well. Oh my goodness. Eddie versus Rey Mysterio, the custody of Dominic Mysterio. Shout out to Dum Dum too as well. Dominic Mysterio, little Dominic Mysterio, not big Dominic, but small little Dominic Mysterio. Remember, Eddie Guerrero versus Rey Mysterio, the custody battle of Dominic Mysterio. And one of my favorite Eddie Guerrero famous quotes, "I'm your poppy. I'm your poppy. That's not your poppy. I'm your poppy." Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero put on one hell of a match. If you guys don't know Eddie and Rey, they have put on hell of a classics. Not even if it wasn't WWE, ECW, WCW, or wherever, they put on matches that made you be like, wow, that was good. But the custody battle between Rey Mysterio and Eddie Guerrero was one of the most funniest matches of all time because it was a briefcase up there. You know, WWE actually put a briefcase up here to actually with a contract that says the custody of Dominic Mysterio. And now we look at Dominic being the biggest prick of all time. No offense, Dom. Being the biggest prick of all time on WWE TV right now. So Dominic, you have been literally has been famous since you was a little kid. But Dominic Rey Mysterio versus Eddie Guerrero, the custody battle of Dominic Mysterio, that was the funniest match ever because those two beat the hell out of each other for that match. And it was so much stuff going on around that time. It was so crazy. Let's see here. Another one was basically when Undertaker chokeslammed JBL through his own limousine. That was crazy. After that match had went down, the Undertaker chokeslammed. Y'all remember when Undertaker chokeslammed JBL through? Oh, wait a minute. Dirty Dom, best thing ever. Dirty Dom, guys. I literally found out that what they did to him on Monday. They called him Dirty Dom. I was like, Dirty Dom. Like, wow. We couldn't come up with a better name than this, Dirty Dom. But hey, you know, Dominic is probably like the biggest talk about in the Judgment Day for real. Even though Damian Priest is the biggest talk about right now, we're not gonna forget about that. But we get that Dominic, yeah, he's a talk about. He is Dirty Dom. Shout out to Dirty Dom. Not gonna call him Dum Dum no more, but Dirty Dom, since you mentioned that too as well. But yeah. Undertaker chokeslamming JBL through the limousine at SummerSlam a long time ago. That was that showed that Undertaker was not dealing with JBL's bull around that time. You guys know JBL was a huge talk about around that time. A wrestling god, that's what he is, ladies and gentlemen. But the Undertaker was not happy about the finish too as well. That was a crazy moment too as well. Another favorite moment. Jeff Hardy versus Rob Van Dam, 2001 ladder match for the hardcore title. That match. If you guys have not watched RVD versus Jeff Hardy in a ladder match, they have faced each other multiple times in ladder matches. My favorite one, Jeff Hardy versus RVD for the WWF hardcore title around that time. WWF going back old school. Told you, it's old school Sunday. The WWF hardcore title, which is also WCW hardcore title around that time too as well. But that was one of my favorites too as well. Jeff Hardy and RVD tore the house down, literally damn near almost crippling each other in that match too as well. Huge shout out to both men as well. They are still going at it strong too as well. Another favorite moment, you guys know, this is where it came from. Suplex City, the night that John Cena took 15, not one, not two, but 15 German suplexes from Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. That literally showed that Super Cena was not Super Cena no more. Brock Lesnar killed Super Cena that night. That was wild. Brock would go on to beat John Cena and win the WWE Championship that night too as well. Man, another one. Brock Lesnar versus Randy Orton. Did you guys see that match? That right there. Did you see the moment when Brock Lesnar took off the gloves and hand beat Randy Orton with his fist? That moment that Brock Lesnar said, no more of this scripted crap. And he beat Randy Orton with his own fist, nearly busting Randy Orton open. Randy Orton had to get stitches from top to bottom. Brock Lesnar laid in on Randy Orton's face that night at SummerSlam. But y'all comment down below. Tell me your favorite SummerSlam match and moment of all time. We were just talking about the Demon Finn Balor and Seth Rollins with the first ever WWE Universal title that was on the line. Inaugural first ever Universal title on the line at SummerSlam. We remember that. Shortest reign ever too as well. Another SummerSlam moment that we cannot forget was the return of Triple H. After Triple H was hurt and he made his return back to SummerSlam, that was prior years back too as well, y'all. He had been out for a while. Triple H came back and returned at SummerSlam around that time. I don't. That was around the 2006, 2007 year, around that time. You guys remember that? I watched that before. Money in the Bank, Randy Orton versus Brock. It was crazy. Yes, it was. Randy Orton versus Brock, Money in the Bank. Yeah, that was crazy around that time. Randy Orton. Yeah, if anybody don't remember that moment, that was crazy. But yeah, Randy Orton versus Brock. I'm gonna be honest, man, that match should have never happened. I'm gonna tell you a match that should have really never happened. The Beast versus the Best. Y'all remember that? CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar. They turned this thing into like a comic book where the Beast versus the Best. That was around that time where Paul Heyman was playing pick and choose with CM Punk and Brock Lesnar around that time. That was the night, literally, that Brock Lesnar, CM Punk, I'll give CM Punk his credit. He took Brock Lesnar to the limit, ladies and gentlemen. He did. But Brock Lesnar would be the one that will come out on top and beat CM Punk in that match. No title match, no nothing. It was just an all-out match or whatever. CM Punk would end up losing that match to Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. We all remember that match. That was a crazy match too as well. My favorite one. This was my favorite. Jeff Hardy versus CM Punk at SummerSlam TLC 2009, baby. That was the wildest match Jeff had ever been in. As you guys know, CM Punk around that time was getting tired of Jeff Hardy's shenanigans, was tired of Jeff Hardy being the world heavyweight champion around that time. Jeff Hardy was world heavyweight champion. Yes, look that up. That was true. Jeff Hardy was our world heavyweight champion around that time in 2009. The CM Punk versus Jeff Hardy match, TLC, that was crazy. But it would also end in a bittersweet moment because CM Punk would go on to beat Jeff Hardy by smashing the title across Jeff Hardy's face, and Jeff would fall to the ground. CM Punk would take the title and literally would win, grab the title from underneath on top of the arena and would win and beat Jeff Hardy in 2009 in that TLC match. That was a wild moment too as well. Got to catch my breath. But y'all comment down below. Tell me what is your favorite SummerSlam match and SummerSlam moment of all time. What are your favorite SummerSlam matches too as well? You guys comment that below too as well. I want to see some of that too as well. That right there, SummerSlam. We don't really get a chance to talk about SummerSlam that much, guys. We really don't. But SummerSlam, whether we know it or not, SummerSlam has got some matches that we sometimes have to think about like, yo, that was pretty good. That was a really good SummerSlam. I'll say, oh man, Kurt Angle and Rey Mysterio match, a tag team match too as well. I think it was a tag team match. Rey Mysterio, Edge, and Kurt Angle. I think Chris Benoit too as well. That tag team match at SummerSlam 2002 or 2003. I can't be exact. Around that time. That was a wild time. Kurt Angle was still in his prime in that era, and he looked at great. Edge was still starting out in WWE. Rey Mysterio still being the 619 legend that he is around that time. All four of those men put on good matches at SummerSlam. That was a real good match too as well. Another thing, let's see here. Another SummerSlam classic. Y'all comment down below and tell me your favorite SummerSlam classic. Your favorite moments of all time. SummerSlam, like I said, we don't really get a chance to talk about SummerSlam that much, but SummerSlam had some really good matches. Y'all comment down below. Tell me your favorite SummerSlam match too as well. Let's see here. We cannot forget about when Edge speared Elias in the ring. When Edge speared Elias, yes. Back when we all kept wondering when was Edge going to be medically cleared, and Edge speared Elias. Everybody blew their minds when Edge hit that spear on Elias. I loved every bit of that moment because it showed that Edge still had the spear. Now, it's still there. It's still there, guys. It still is. Another SummerSlam moment. The Undertaker. Undertaker is very famous It's not that famous at SummerSlam, but he's famous at Survivor Series. Everybody know about Undertaker and Survivor Series. SummerSlam, he's pretty famous at SummerSlam. He really is. Let's see here. Triple H. We can't forget about Triple H moments at SummerSlam. Like I told you guys, Triple H versus Shawn Michaels, the non-unsanctioned match that went down too as well in 2002 too as well. We can't forget about that. Another match that we cannot forget about. And it's a whole bunch of them too as well. It really is. But there is so many SummerSlam moments. Y'all comment down below. Tell me your favorite SummerSlam matches. I'm going to tell you which one was our favorite. We went to SummerSlam last year. Oh, what's that? Edge versus Seth 2021. Yes. Yes, that was good. That around that time, Edge versus Seth freaking Rollins. Well, we'll just put it like this. He was Seth. He still is Seth freaking Rollins. We're not about to change that. Edge versus Seth freaking Rollins at SummerSlam 2021. That was good. Yes, it was. I'll give him that one. Edge literally put Seth Rollins through hell. Seth Rollins put Edge through hell, but hey, it both came out so beautiful. It came out so good too as well. Oh, what about the return of that brand new Roman Reigns? Remember, The Fiend Bray Wyatt versus Braun Strowman at SummerSlam. We remember that one right there. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that would be the night when The Fiend would literally keep the WWE Universal title. He would keep it, y'all. He would literally retain the title, and Roman Reigns would come out of nowhere. The brand new Roman Reigns, wreck everyone and leave. Roman Reigns, who would now be our tribal chief, Roman Reigns would spear and come back. Remember the slogan, SummerSlam, you won't see it coming. It was the literally Roman Reigns, where they were literally promoting Roman Reigns saying, you won't see it coming. Literally, we did not see it coming. That's when the return of Roman Reigns would come back, and his brand new Roman Reigns would wreak havoc and wreak hell on everybody. And literally, Roman would hold up the title and literally say, this is mine. I never lost it. So that right there, that was also my favorite moment too as well. Oh my goodness. The Fiend Bray Wyatt versus Finn Balor. But this is the thing. Finn Balor a long time ago versus the Fiend Bray Wyatt. This brand new gimmick that Bray Wyatt created. Last man standing match, Brock and Roman. Yeah, we were there. Brock and Roman. So I'm going to tell you guys this story. Shan is not here, but she will be here to tell you guys this story too as well. Look here. Last year's SummerSlam was wild as hell. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns tore down Nashville, Tennessee, tore down the Nissan Stadium. That last man standing match, y'all, was crazy. We were there for that last man standing match. Brock Lesnar flipped the whole entire ring with the tractor, literally. And if you don't believe me, if you guys would watch the footage all over again, Brock Lesnar would flip the whole ring with a tractor. He would literally beat the hell out of Roman, just toss Roman around. He put Roman in a tractor like he was some trash and literally dropped Roman on the ground, literally like some trash. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns tore the house down last year at SummerSlam. That would be our first ever SummerSlam. We had never been to SummerSlam before. Shan never been, I never been, but that was the first ever SummerSlam we ever went to, and Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns was literally by far the best SummerSlam moment ever in WWE history because it was wild. It made you be like, wow, these two beat the hell out of each other. And Roman, my God, Roman was just literally covered in bruises and everything, y'all. He had marks all over him and everything. Roman would literally stack stuff on top of Brock. We saw that. Roman was stacking steel chairs, broken announce tables on top of Brock just to beat him in that last man standing match. Roman was not playing, y'all. That was the wildest match we ever seen live in real time, not on TV, but in real time form. It would be the most craziest match of all time. Crazy SummerSlam moment of all time. That right there by far is still at number one. It's still at number one as the craziest SummerSlam moment and match of all time. Another match to also think about and to talk about too as well. We also cannot forget that there are more SummerSlam matches that made us kind of be like, okay, yeah, that was pretty good. This is pretty good or whatever. But y'all, you, the people, comment down below and tell me what are your favorite WWE SummerSlam matches and moments of all time. Tell us, guys, because we're getting ready to celebrate SummerSlam in a couple more months. SummerSlam is next month. We are not that far, literally. We're not that far at all, guys. And so we're just getting ready, trying to pump everybody up for SummerSlam. We cannot wait. It is going to be wild. What's going to even be wilder if Randy Orton returns this year at this year's SummerSlam. Now that would be wild. That is what a lot of people are waiting on. A lot of people are waiting on Randy Orton to make his return at SummerSlam. That's going to be crazy too as well. Another moment in WWE history too as well, guys. It is going to be wild. You guys comment down below. Like I said, comment down your favorite matches at SummerSlam. I'm gonna tell you guys, Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch. That was a pretty good match. I hope Roman accepts. We all hope Roman accepts, man. We all hope Roman accepts the challenge. We all hope that Roman accepts the challenge. We all hope that Roman literally is ready for this Jey Uso at SummerSlam too as well. Since we're talking about SummerSlam, since we're talking about a lot of things too as well. Oh, my favorite SummerSlam moment. Yeah, that too. Another SummerSlam moment we cannot forget. We cannot forget the night that Shawn Michaels won the WWE World Heavyweight Championship inside the Elimination Chamber. The first ever Elimination Chamber. When Shawn Michaels won it for the very first time. When he won the World Heavyweight title inside Elimination Chamber. When he beat Triple H. When he beat the likes of Goldberg, when he beat the likes of Chris Jericho, and names and other names and such. The night that HBK won the World Heavyweight title at SummerSlam, it was the wildest thing ever. I'm sorry, I got that mixed up a little bit. Not SummerSlam, almost like in Survivor Series. Back in that way, kind of got little things confused a little bit. But yeah, another moment. The Elimination Chamber at SummerSlam. We cannot forget the Elimination Chamber at SummerSlam. It was something to think about. The first ever Elimination Chamber took place literally around his SummerSlam. Survivor Series, around that time. Another thing to talk about. That's another huge moment in SummerSlam history too as well. Let's see here. Give me something else. What else do you guys have? Favorite SummerSlam moment, favorite match at SummerSlam too as well. Tell me about it. Let's see here. What do we have? We got so many. It's so many. It really is. It's literally so many of them. Another match to think about, and probably may not be that big. John Cena versus Edge for the WWE Championship. Around the 2006, 2007 era. John Cena versus Edge for the WWE Championship around that time. Edge would go on to beat John Cena at SummerSlam. Another huge moment for Edge, being that breakout star that he is. That was a very wild moment. That was the time when John Cena and Edge feud, it never stopped. It just kept going over and over. You can't see me, and you think you know me. Literally, Edge was the talk about, y'all. Edge versus John Cena around that time, the biggest feud around that time. It really was. Edge would go on to beat John Cena too as well, to take the WWE Championship away from him. Another thing too as well. Let's see here. Stone Cold Steve Austin and JBL. Stone Cold Stunner and JBL in a beer drinking contest too as well. Stone Cold Steve Austin Stunners, JBL in a beer drinking contest. That was also a crazy moment too as well. Many more moments too as well. We cannot forget about them. But SummerSlam is full of so much stuff. And we witnessed SummerSlam last year with Brock and Roman. Logan Paul, Frog Star Frog Splash off the top rope through the announce table on The Miz. We saw that. Literally Becky Lynch versus Bianca. What is this? Damage Control making a faction of 3. My favorite superstars, actually Dakota Kai. Oh, I love Dakota Kai. Dakota Kai is a very secret superstar to keep an eye on for real. I love her. Yeah, that was my favorite moment too as well, because I did not know that Bayley was going to form Damage Control last year at SummerSlam. That she literally called up the likes of Io Sky and Dakota Kai, who around that time we were hearing that Io Sky was going back home to Japan, and that Dakota Kai had just recently got released, and Bayley picked him up. That was a pretty huge moment too as well. I like that. I like that moment too. Good moment. That was a good moment too as well. We witnessed that moment too as well down there. A lot of moments. Let's see what else. The night, oh my goodness, the unscripted moment between Seth Rollins and Matt Riddle. As y'all know, Matt Riddle had got beaten up by Seth Rollins multiple times. It was the funny thing when Seth Rollins was running down the ramp with this orange suit on, y'all. And down at SummerSlam, we saw him running down the ramp, going to beat up Matt Riddle and stomp Matt Riddle's head into the ground. And Seth had on this orange suit made of fire or whatever. I was like, what can Seth Rollins not do at SummerSlam? Literally, what can he not do? But we got to talk about Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins has had numerous of moments at SummerSlam, y'all. Literally, if it wasn't beating John Cena, winning the WWE Universal Championship, defending a WWE Championship, Seth freaking Rollins has had multiple moments literally at SummerSlam that we cannot forget. I mean, literally, we cannot forget one moment when it comes down to Seth freaking Rollins, to Triple H, to The Rock, to anybody, Stone Cold Steve Austin. It's so many moments. Roman Reigns. It's so many moments out there, y'all. I'm going to tell y'all the worst match, literally at SummerSlam, Liv Morgan versus Ronda Rousey. We saw that match. That match ended like a good about 6 or 7 minutes or whatever. It was the quickest match ever, just like that. That match was horrible. Real horrible match, too, as well. My favorite moment, I'm going to be honest with y'all. We saw Edge make his return to WWE SummerSlam last year, and the Brood Edge coming from the fire, y'all. He came from under the fire to face the Judgment Day. Around that time, we witnessed Edge's whole entrance at SummerSlam last year. It was the most craziest thing ever. They were building Edge entrance up so he can make his return to help Dominic, aka Dirty Dom, and his daddy, Rey Mysterio, too, as well. So we witnessed Edge's whole entrance at SummerSlam last year when he came out and destroyed the Judgment Day. That was a crazy moment too as well, because it was so live and so real at the same time. So we love every bit of that moment. But there's so many moments here for SummerSlam. What we got here? The entrance was epic. Yeah, it was. STFR. Hey, baby. That is Shan. And that entrance, yeah, it was epic, y'all. It was the most epic thing ever. If you guys would see Edge entrance of how y'all see it on TV, imagine seeing it with the Brood and the fire in real life. It is so cool. I witnessed it at WWE Day 1. Who remembers WWE Day 1? And also at SummerSlam 2 as well. But y'all comment down below. Tell me your favorite WWE SummerSlam moment in matches of all time. Literally, y'all, we're getting ready for SummerSlam. Can't wait for SummerSlam. I can't wait to hear I Hear Voices in My Head by Randy Orton. That's what I can't wait. I can't wait for that moment. I cannot wait till Randy Orton music hit again and hear him return at SummerSlam. Or Jey Uso beating Roman Reigns at SummerSlam, which may not happen, but we may never know, y'all. We just may never know. Hello, sorry. Oh. And that was Shan, y'all. Shan is actually watching right now at the moment, as you can see. So she is watching the live feed or whatever. But in this case, she should be right here with me. But as you know, she's dealing with a quick illness, a slight illness or whatever. But she's doing okay now or whatever. But in this case, we're getting ready. We're getting you guys ready for SummerSlam, getting you guys pumped for SummerSlam, because we don't know how this year's SummerSlam is going to be. We don't know. We might get a Money in the Bank cash in. Undertaker versus Undertaker. Oh, yeah, I knew you were going to say that. Undertaker versus Undertaker at SummerSlam. Yeah, I remember that. That was very weird around that time. WWE was going through a lot of weird changes. Having a fake Undertaker versus the real Undertaker literally at the same time, and the real Undertaker would literally beat the fake Undertaker. Y'all remember when Kane dressed up as Undertaker, or when Undertaker dressed up as Destruction kind of came on the scene at SummerSlam 2 as well? Do you remember that? You remember the theme song when Undertaker and Kane theme song combined with also your old school SmackDown 2 as well? That was also dope too as well. But favorite SummerSlam moment, Undertaker has had his SummerSlam moments. I can't really name a few of them for real, but I know that it's a whole bunch of moments that he didn't have also with Mr. McMahon, also with JBL. Undertaker versus Edge at SummerSlam inside Hell in the Cell. That was literally the wildest Hell in the Cell. Man, Edge would go on to spear Undertaker through the cell. Now that was wild, y'all. When Undertaker got speared through the cell at SummerSlam by Edge, literally in their match for the World Heavyweight title, that was around that time when Edge wanted the World Heavyweight title back from The Undertaker, but he could not win it back. Undertaker would go on and to demolish Edge inside that Hell in a Cell match between those two guys. Undertaker would go on to literally choke slam Edge off the ladder and literally put him through the mat, through hell and back of Hell in a Cell, and Undertaker would rise victorious inside the Devil's Playground, his Devil's Playground of Hell in the Cell. One of my favorite matches of all time with Edge and Undertaker. I loved every bit of that match. Edge put his body on the line by spearing the hell out of Undertaker, literally through a cell around that time. It was wild times, very wild times. A couple of more WWE SummerSlam matches that we cannot forget. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if we can mix it up a little bit. Y'all mix it up. Tell me, comment down below and tell me your favorite WWE SummerSlam matches and moments. Y'all comment down below. Tell me where you're from. Tell me your favorite matches at SummerSlam, your favorite moments at SummerSlam. I'm not gonna lie, my favorite moment at SummerSlam last year was seeing Becky finally lending a hand to Bianca and saying, "I earned your respect." I love that moment when they hugged it out. That was a good moment in women's wrestling history. I love that too. Love those two. Bianca and Bayley, that was a good match between each other. Between Becky and Bianca around that time. Still love their feud too as well to this day. Still love it. Love their feud. Let's see what else we got here. We got a couple of more moments in SummerSlam between WWE SummerSlam and also favorite moments of WWE SummerSlam and moments too as well. We already said about Randy Orton winning the WWE Championship, the Authority screwing Daniel Bryan after Daniel Bryan beat John Cena at SummerSlam, literally to win the WWE Championship. The Authority, Triple H was the special guest referee. We already said that Randy Orton would come out and cash in his Money in the Bank, and they would screw Daniel Bryan over his his chances of winning the WWE Championship and just killing everything for Daniel Bryan around that time. That was a rough time for DB. We mentioned the 15 suplexes of John Cena. John Cena going to Suplex City 15 times that night by no other than Brock Lesnar. We also said the match between Brock Lesnar and Randy Orton, the match that would go on to become a fist fight, where literally, if you guys do not know this, I'm going to tell you guys this too as well. SummerSlam moment when Roman Reigns returns as a heel. I had just said that too. I had literally just said when Roman had came back and the slogan, "You won't see it coming," was all about Roman Reigns. If nobody did not know about that, WWE was promoting the hell out of Roman. Literally. John versus CM Punk. John Cena versus CM Punk at SummerSlam. I remember that too. That was a good match too as well. CM Punk and John Cena would go back and forth too with that. I was going back to what Shan was also saying a few minutes ago about Roman returning as a heel, coming back to WWE, coming back as a heel. Heel Roman. A Roman that everybody had wanted before. Because as you guys know, Roman Reigns was a bulletproof Roman Reigns that could not talk on the mic. He had the worst promo skills ever, but he could fight you to the death, but he could not talk. Roman Reigns coming back as a heel at SummerSlam and destroying The Fiend, beating the hell out of Bray Wyatt or whatever. That was a wild moment too as well, because nobody really thought that Roman Reigns would return and come back as a heel. Nobody really never thought that. Nobody ever thought Roman could come back and return as a heel. Nobody really thought that Roman could turn heel. But that's what happened at that SummerSlam. That's what went down at that SummerSlam. Peace. All right. We are gone. Guys, I'm going to be honest with you. That was probably all of the SummerSlam moments that we might have had right now at the moment. I was just saying peace to one of the guys, to one of the pages. Thank you guys for tuning in right there on that one right there. But you guys comment down below. Tell me one of your favorite SummerSlam matches of all time. Your favorite SummerSlam moments of all time. Y'all comment down below. Tell me what you think. What is your favorite moment? Your favorite SummerSlam match of all time? Your favorite moment at SummerSlam in general? At all? I mean, hell, if you've even been to SummerSlam. If you've been to SummerSlam too as well, comment down below. If you have witnessed a WWE SummerSlam PLE, Premium Live event. If you've witnessed SummerSlam, like we've witnessed SummerSlam, we witnessed SummerSlam last year, and it was the wildest SummerSlam ever. Literally, would love to go back in time and just show you guys how crazy SummerSlam was last year. Excuse me. How crazy SummerSlam was last year, being there for the very first time. It was a crazy time, crazy moment too as well. But like I said, that may be all the time that we might have tonight. I just want to let you guys know that we will be back with each other this upcoming Friday. So tune in, y'all. We will be actually filming a brand new episode. We'll be back with each other again on Friday. Hopefully we probably could get back together with each other on Tuesday to give you guys some brand new episode too as well. But we have to give you a live episode here tonight of CTG TV 97. Old School Sunday is basically what it's called. And I cannot wait to do this again. And we cannot wait to do this again either next week when we be back here with each other. So what I want you guys to do is we're going to tell you guys this. Be on the lookout for another pop-up live this upcoming Tuesday and this upcoming Thursday or Friday too as well. So we will be going live. We will be giving you guys brand new content too as well. A shout out to everybody that jumped in and commented their favorite SummerSlam matches and moments of all time. You guys rock for that. I love talking to you guys. The other two people that just jumped in, tell me your favorite SummerSlam matches and moments of all time too as well. I don't mind staying on here for a little bit longer. But in this case, as you guys know, it's just me tonight. I'm rolling solo. Shan is not feeling well tonight. She's at home at her home tonight. I'm here at my house tonight. But we just wanted to come on here and tell you guys, thank you guys so much for being huge supporters of CTG TV 97. We love you guys, and we just want to keep making things better and better for you guys so much. And we cannot wait to finish talking to you guys later on this week too as well. We love you guys. Thank you guys so much. CTG TV 97 Wrestling Channel. You guys are the heartbeat of this channel. We love y'all. And we got brand new stuff coming out for y'all too as well. We got brand new t-shirt designs that we just been making up this week too as well. So as of tonight, that is going to basically be it for tonight. But thank y'all so much for tuning in. We love you guys. Peace.